Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Let's talk about what's going on with Judge Amy Coney Barrett and what you need to know about her confirmation, what packing the court means, and an overall overview of what the implication of her confirmation might be in the United States. This is going to be an attempt at an unbiased overview of what's going on so that way you are caught up to speed. Keep in mind, this video is sponsored by life insurance you can get in as little as 5 minutes via the link down below. You can Android Pay or Apple Pay for it. You don't have to talk to anyone, and in most cases, you don't even have to test or go to the doctor. Check it out, and you can also get 3 free stocks with Webull in the link right next to that. Just make sure you deposit $100. They give you your first free stock when you open the account, and then the extra 2 free stocks, which are more valuable, after you deposit the $100. That offer expires at the end of the month. Let's get started on Judge Amy Coney Barrett. On Monday, Senate Republicans confirmed Amy Coney Barrett to fill the seat left by the late U.S. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who passed away on September 18th. Barrett was sworn in at a socially distanced White House ceremony by Justice Clarence Thomas. She is the 3rd justice who was successfully nominated and confirmed by President Donald Trump. And her confirmation means that conservatives now hold a 6-3 majority in the Supreme Court. The Senate confirmation vote came with a vote of 52 to 48, mostly along party lines, with the exception of Senator Susan Collins of Maine, who was the only Republican to join Senate Democrats in voting against the nominee. She also remained seated while her Republican caucus gave a standing ovation. Now, much of the conflict surrounding the now Justice Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation stems from Democrats, who feel that her speedy nomination and confirmation with only a few days before the presidential election was hypocritical and rushed. And it's also, in Democrats' opinion, in direct conflict with prior statements made by Republicans, who previously were against considering Merrick Garland, a Supreme Court nominee who was put forth by President Obama in 2016, a few months before the end of Obama's term. See, in 2016, Republicans controlled the Senate and Obama was the president. And Republicans said, well, we're going to let the American people decide who the next Supreme Court justice should be. As soon as Donald Trump became president, he and a Republican Senate nominated and confirmed Neil Gorsuch, a conservative justice to the Supreme Court. Well, now Democrats are suggesting, wait a minute, it's a few months before the election, shouldn't we let the American people decide? And the Senate has suggested, well, Republicans control the Senate and the White House, therefore we are going to nominate and confirm Amy Coney Barrett. Supreme Court justices are appointed for life, and Barrett is 48 years old, thus it's likely she's going to serve as a Supreme Court justice for several decades. But why does this all matter in today's political climate? Well, Supreme Court justices are soon to decide on a number of important issues, and the impact of these decisions will be felt nationwide. The first case that Barrett will address is the decision on whether a New York prosecutor will be allowed access to President Trump's financial records, including his tax returns from January 2011 to August 2019. Trump's lawyers argue that the subpoena of his financial records is overly broad and unprecedented, while the lower courts have ruled that there is nothing out of the ordinary in requesting financial documents, as they are, quote, typically relevant to a grand jury investigation into possible financial or corporate misconduct. The Supreme Court is also set to decide Friday whether to hear a case regarding Mississippi's ban on abortion after the 15th week of pregnancy. Many opponents of Amy Coney Barrett, who identify as devout Catholics and express anti-abortion views, fear that her nomination creates a direct threat to the precedent set by the Supreme Court's ruling on Roe v. Wade in 1973. Now, Judge Amy Coney Barrett did state that her personal views, quote, on this, abortion, or any other question will have no bearing on the discharge of my duties as a judge, aka she's going to separate her personal opinions and beliefs from her duty as a judge as she rules. This upcoming Mississippi decision will thus serve as a litmus test of her prior statement and either confirm or deny concerns of pro-choice advocates. Furthermore, in a case that challenges the constitutionality of the Affordable Care Act will also come before the Supreme Court on November 10th, and Democrats fear that a conservative majority could mean major changes to healthcare in the United States as we know it. Perhaps the most significant question, however, has to do with Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation and the impact on the upcoming presidential election. The Supreme Court is expected to rule on proposed ballot extensions in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and North Carolina due to extenuating circumstances of COVID-19 and the significant mail-in voters in this election cycle. The extensions would allow votes to be counted after Election Day, which could delay a definitive election result for several days or even weeks. The Supreme Court is expected to rule quickly on these requests, and it is likely they will do so before the election, aka Amy Coney Barrett, while Congress is taking off and can't get stimulus passed, she's going to work right away. In an election that has already been plagued by extreme doubt on both sides regarding the security of American votes, it is possible that Barrett's view will also have a hand in holding the election results of next week's election, should a dispute arise. Given that she was nominated and confirmed by Republicans and Donald Trump, it is expected that Donald Trump might have some favor in her ruling. Many Democrats, including a very vocal Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, nicknamed AOC, of course, frequently and vocally argues that in order to offset the 6-3 conservative balance in the Supreme Court, Democrats may consider just adding justices to the Supreme Court, and that there is a legal framework for doing this. This is nicknamed packing the court. Even Nancy Pelosi this morning stated that, quote, "The population of the United States has grown, so it's something to look into," referring to adding Supreme Court justices. We have had 9 Supreme Court justices since 1969. We had 7 for a period just before that. Judge Amy Coney Barrett's Supreme Court confirmation will, without a doubt, impact American politics in historic cases for years to come, and her first few weeks in her newly acquired seat are likely to be some of the most important and difficult in her career. There you have a summary of all that's going on with the Supreme Court. If you found this helpful, please consider sharing it. Also, make sure to get your 3 free stocks with Webull and your life insurance via the link down below. Thank you so much for watching, and folks, we'll see you next time.